Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be looking at um, Kevin Nash and Kevin Owens, the Kevin brothers. So let's see how we do in this one. Nash is not ideal, really, to be honest. You have to worry a little bit about recycling. You can't double it both times. So you're best doing a single the first time and a double the second time when you have more multiplies out with the yeet drip. And you want to cover all of the loot box gems and then try not to cover black and or red. So this row is the row we want to break, so we have a better chance of landing a multiply gem on our black and red gems, right? Because that's going to let us recycle. So we didn't get a red gem. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will not recycle. So I'm going to do this in reverse order this time because otherwise the potential for getting screwed is quite high if you don't cascade a red. So yeah, we're doing it the improper way. First, for 147 million. So the damage isn't that great. And this time we just have to rely on a choose. Right? And we want to avoid black and red as much as possible. So we're going to go here. And then anything other than black or red. Because we're going to lose our turn. Computer, AI, whatever is going to cover it up, right? So we recycle, so we're good. Hopefully this next time it works out. That was like 260 million is all or something. Not great. 300 million. He doesn't perform quite as well as I would like, to be honest, seemingly. But that's okay. I think a lot of people will be curious about this. So I think it's worth doing for that reason. I've had a good damage day. I can afford to lose some here to show you guys. All right, let's do this row. Lots of red and black, so we should be fine here. 1, 2. Yeah, we got enough black to cover up not hitting any multiplies. So we're good. Okay, now we can set up this in the proper order. That was like a 90 million hit. Again, you want to cover the loot box gems first to just absolutely make sure no multiplies land on them. And then just a row break is fine. Great thing, though, about Nash is he will fill up whoever's in your second slot. In this case, sadly for me, KO. No. This one. Big dumb. $171 in 90, so like 260. Yeah, he's not everything you want him to be for this mode. It's really interesting, people that translate and don't translate, isn't it? Anyway, I think it's interesting. We'll look at his setup afterwards. It's pretty standard. But I might tweak it for this mode, actually. I don't know. I don't think he's good enough for it to matter in most cases. That might be a little harsh, but not very many black gems on the board, which is not necessarily a problem, I guess, because we're choosing a 7x1. So I guess I'm an idiot. We only need to worry about the red gems. So yeah, don't listen to me, because I clearly don't know what's going on in this game. All right. Although don't cover up the loot box gems. That you don't want to do. I don't know a lot, but I do know that. And also black gems are his primary color, so you do want multiply gems to go there, right? So. Oh, I didn't also choose across a row because I'm really stupid. I don't think, but we lucked out. Because I was making fun of myself. Alright, anyway. We're about to tag in. Obviously, KO is loaded. From this guy, we have all the trap trainers on KO. Pretty much, because we want this yellow buff. It lasts 3 turns. 127%, 3 turns. That's huge. So, yeah, that's what we want. We only want to throw traps. And as many yellows as we can get. Should have thrown reds first. Or purples, rather, probably. so I know what to break. Really honing in these black. This is going to be okay, hopefully. Thank you, game, for not screwing me with KO, like you usually do. KO may require playing a little bit more times, like reloading to get a good run, because he's really random. I think that was what was, I don't know, was that like 33 million? Or is that 300? I don't know. We're going to have to slow this down so I can keep track of damage. Actually, 348.3 billion at the top. That should help. He's going to cover some of these up. This might have been a misplay, putting all of them out. Let's hope these yellow are the right ones. How did that not proc the sheriff's badge? That was 15 reds. Boy, that is some... Anyway. There's not very many purples out there, so I don't think I really have a choice on this matter. Yep. 348.24 billion. That was like 500 million is all. Okay. I don't think you can afford to miss that turn where we missed, right? At the end, I need to revisit how I'm playing that. Because missing that kind of messes this up. We had that the one time where the sheriff's badge didn't go off, and that kind of gums up the works. And I am by no means a KO whisperer. What was the gem buff there? Well, I guess we go this. We can't get any more buffs out. And then we gamble. Well, at least we hit it. And another 500 there. So let's see how KO did. There's some room to improve. Yeah. 1.82 billion. It's okay. I feel like that can be improved upon. Maybe better setup in general. I was trying to get more yellows out. That didn't really seem to work. I thought the buff would carry over, to be honest. And it didn't seem to work. So I think that I would change completely how I play it. Because it said 3 turns on the buff, I thought it would carry over. Maybe it did. I mean, 500 million is a pretty big smack when you think about it. So maybe it did. I need to rewatch it in slow-mo and see if the buffs were carrying over, because I couldn't tell. And I'm by no means a good KO player. I've avoided playing this KO like the plague. So let me know in the comments. We also did miss with one of the yellows, and there's that one phase where we kind of got slowed down. So I think he has the potential maybe to do better. And the reason let's look at the movesets. The reason I went with the sheriff's badge was to try and get more yellows out there, because that's his gem buff, right? And that's what really makes KO hit. But maybe that's for those of you that play KO a lot, because I don't at all. Let me know if you where you think I went wrong there. So he is max levels, full hype, all of that. 100% strap, Fury 3, Sheriff's Badge. Because I was using so many traps in Sheriff's Badge, I just went with the Barber's Blades. I would have went with the red one if I had a red one. I didn't. Would have went potentially with a Royal Rumble, but it takes more to proc, where Sheriff's Badge is less. Also consider doing a Maze Crown here. To combo with the Sheriff's Badge and just break more gems. That's always good with KO. Maybe that would have been the better play. I'm not sure. For the trainers, I went with as many trap gems as possible, because you know, obviously I can get screwed, and will. When we get the other, if I get Penta, he would go on here with 2 traps, right? So we'd be generating 17 and 21 traps, even harder to miss. And obviously we tagged him in already loaded, so it's just literally all the trap people that I could think of. But I'm, like I said, by no means a KO whisperer. You could always potentially combo him some other way. There's a lot of different moves that could maybe make sense. You know, maybe use the blast, maybe use the swap red from the purple. I don't know. I don't know. You could maybe run the sub and make it work because it's yellow in this spot. Like I said, I'm not a KO whisperer. A bunch of people were asking about it. I thought it would do better, to be honest. I did. So I feel like I was kind of wrong there. And that was my worst damage attack of the day from both spots, but we did try somebody new on both. As far as Nash, where are you, Big Kev? His levels are max, type 1, moment, 100% strap, Fury 3's Yeet Drip, and maybe a few too many these trainers and not enough multiply. I don't know. I also don't play him a ton. I just went with more column breaks. This one probably should be out. This was probably the wrong choice here for a multiply like Rowan. Probably Rowan here would be better. Or like, is it whoever else generates column breaks? I didn't want too many, because otherwise when you place 2, you miss it. So probably like Rowan, here maybe, for his, build. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I feel like maybe I messed KO up or something, and he should have hit harder. So if you notice, I know some of you guys catch like really good stuff. Maybe you know what I might have done wrong on KO, because I don't play him at all. He's been on my shelf collecting dust forever. I'm actually kind of sad I took him gold and then used 10 wildcard hype just for the video. But I think there's some potential for him to do okay in some instances in this mode, so we'll see what happens. Again, maybe it's a trap? The anniversary, it's a trap, actually? That, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's a trap? He would be putting a lot of trap gems out, or a lot of multiplies out. That's kind of stupid of me, huh? Multiplies with gem buffs. I'll tell you what, I'll rerun them again tomorrow. With It's a Trap on there. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna use It's a Trap. That was stupid. Yeah, I think that is gonna be much better. KO with It's a Trap. Should hit much better. Anyway, we'll try that again tomorrow with him. I'll give him one more chance, and let me know in the comments what other adjustments you think might be worth making. I also need to rewatch the video and see if all of the gem buffs were carrying over from turn to turn since they last 3 turns or not. Because that was my initial thought was, oh, I can just keep carrying the gem buff over. So I'll just roll with Sheriff's Badge because it's easier to proc with a lower charge because I don't have a Ghostbuster plate. And yeah, anyway, Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. Other than that, thanks for watching. Good luck out there, guys. Yeah, disappointed in this one. But I think I messed it up.